What's happening? I'm Iron Man from the music group The Lottery, Showtime Records. We have some breaking news straight off the NBA wire that I'm going to break down for you. The San Antonio Spurs have met the request, the trade demand of Kawhi Leonard, who I feel, when healthy, is the best player in the NBA. Yes, I said it, even though I'm a lifelong Laker fan and I hate the San Antonio Spurs for all the trouble they gave to us in the past. I got to give credit where credit is due. Kawhi Leonard is that dude when healthy. But they had some certain needs. They had some certain desires they wanted to be met when they eventually got rid of Kawhi Leonard, which is something they had to do because they had no leverage in the situation. The guy said, I am resolute. I am not going to play another game for the San Antonio Spurs. They wanted to get a star back. All-star DeMar DeRozan from the Toronto Raptors is being traded to the San Antonio Spurs for Kawhi Leonard. LaMarcus Aldridge has 3 years left on his deal. DeMar DeRozan has 3 years left on his deal. They feel that they have a chance to make a deep playoff run. They won like almost 50 games. They got into the playoffs with Kawhi Leonard only playing like 9 games during the season. Just think if you took somebody like DeMar DeRozan and said, hey man, I want you to play 20, 30 games. Even if he came off the bench, they got to be better than what they were before. So that works out for them in the long run. And they can start over, start rebuilding the team after that third year, because they're getting DeMar DeRozan in his prime right now. He'll be 32 years old by the time his deal is up, if he plays out the life of his contract, and they'll be ready to start over. They really believe in Lonnie Walker, this shooting guard that they drafted, and they believe in DeJounte Murray. That is the backcourt of the future. But for right now, since DeMar DeRozan is in his prime, he can help him. He can teach Lonnie Walker how to be an NBA pro, and he can help lead them into the playoffs and hopefully into the promised land. Their Hall of Fame coach, Greg Popovich, is only a couple more years in the league. They want to give this guy the best chance possible of getting another championship ring, getting a superstar back who's actually going to play in DeMar DeRozan will give him every opportunity to do just that. Now, the Raptors, why would they trade their all-star guard for Kawhi Leonard, someone who is resolute and they're not going to come back? Well, because they wanted to get rid of him. Most importantly, they wanted to get rid of Kyle Lowry instead. But his contract is virtually immovable. He's getting paid like $30 million a year, and he's a second-tier point guard. Nobody wants that contract. If they were able to trade the contract, it would be for another crappy contract. So they're not actually moving forward or progressing with reshaping the roster, putting more of the focus and emphasis on the young guys like OG Anunoby and Sycam and DeLon Wright. They got a lot of nice young guys, and they want to move in that direction. They feel that DeMar DeRozan choked in the playoffs year after year. They were, like I said, they would rather get rid of Kyle Lowry, but his contract is immovable. And because of Paul George, they say, hey man, we might be able to convince him to stay if we make a deep playoff run. We know LeBron's gone out of the East, and we won like 60 games last year. If we get an actual guy who's won a finals MVP, he might be just the guy to get us over the hump. If we get to the finals and win it, even if we just get to the finals, we may be able to convince him to stay just like Paul George. But even if he doesn't, his huge $27 million a year contract is off the books. It's a win situation regardless. They have a good shot at convincing him to stay, but even if he doesn't, they got his contract off the books, and they're going to move in a different direction. I think Kawhi Leonard's like 25 years old. They would much rather have Kawhi Leonard. Even if he doesn't stay, it's a win-win situation for the Spurs, win-win situation for the Raptors. It's finally happening. And most importantly, I don't think everybody is realizing like, oh man, they're not going to be able to convince Kawhi Leonard to stay. After the moratorium, however long it is, they probably have the right or the opportunity to try to trade Kawhi Leonard to the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm sure they're already talking to them right now as it goes down to see if they can fit or negotiate the parameters of a trade for Kawhi Leonard to the Los Angeles Lakers so they can actually get something for this guy because they know he's going to leave. Maybe they want to get Lonzo Ball so they can eventually attach a draft pick and get rid of Kyle Lowry. You get Lonzo Ball, OG Anunoby, Sycam. That's a nice nucleus moving forward. Feel free to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy it. We really and truly appreciate it. Leave all your interesting comments right down below, especially the ones where you disagree with everything that I just said. And then subscribe so you don't miss any of the newest and latest views.